How's the fall 2025 real estate market in the Fraser Valley, and where will prices be headed in 2026? Hey, I'm Scott Moe with the Moe Real Estate team today, here with our latest fall 2025 market update. Here we go. Welcome back to those of you that subscribe to our YouTube channel, and those of you that don't, what are you waiting for? Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that little bell icon as well. That will notify you every time we release a new video. Our goal with these videos, as always, is to educate you on the real estate market in Surrey, Langley, White Rock, South Surrey areas, majority areas where we do most of our work. Events, things that are going on, new developments, prices, and market updates like we're doing today. So stick around for more. Now, if you're watching this video, I'm sure you know the Bank of Canada met again last week, and for the second straight time in a row, they've reduced their policy lending rate. It now sits at 2.25%. That equates to the prime rate now being about 4.45%, meaning you can get a variable rate mortgage for about 3.9%, and a 5-year fixed mortgage is around 4.19%. I've seen a little bit less depending if it's high ratio or not. I'm also told in the coming weeks that those fixed rates might be coming down a little bit with this latest policy rate drop. So partly as a result of that, sales in October went up for the second straight month. 1,123 sales was 17% higher than September, yet we were still 16% lower than the same month last year. And in terms of inventory, all throughout the year here, we've been well above that 10-year average. However, new listings in October were actually down 14%, and active inventory was also down 4% versus September at 10,121 listings. That being said, this was up 15% year over year, and means that, you know, buyers have a tremendous amount of inventory out there to choose from. They're not as quick to make decisions. There are lots of things to see, and buyers on the other side of things have a lot more competition. So we're starting to see sellers, motivated sellers at least, sharpen their prices a little bit, and some of those buyers now are coming in and purchasing those properties at some well-reduced rates from what they used to be. Hey, and for those of you that don't know who we are, I'm Scott Moe, Moe Real Estate team. We've been selling real estate in the Langley, Surrey, Cloverdale, Clayton areas, surrounding areas out there for over 20 years. I've been doing this since 2003. So if you have any questions about anything real estate related in those areas, if you're looking to work with a realtor, either me or someone on my team, we'd be happy to assist you, happy to set up a phone call, chat about things, and give you some guidance and see if we might be a good fit to help you with your real estate journey. Now, in terms of days on market, detached homes and condos were selling in an average of 42 days, quite a high number, historically, and townhomes around 37 days. And obviously this all depends on pricing. If you price it correctly, if you listen to the agent you're working with and they know the market inside and out, you listen to what they say, you're probably going to sell it maybe a little faster than that, but that's all in all an average as to properties that have sold in the month. And how about prices versus this time last year and month to month based on the home price index, which I think is the best way to look at prices. You can look at other things like average prices and things, but sometimes an average gets skewed if there's a very expensive property that sells in one month versus the next. So I like the HPI index to look at those prices. So in terms of detached homes, year over year, down 5.1% in the entire Fraser Valley, and in 1 month down 0.6%. Townhomes are down 5.6% versus last year and down 1.2% in the past month, and apartments down 6.8% over the past year and down just under 1% at 0.8%. In 1 month. And what type of market are we in? Well, that being said, we are still in a buyer's market, but we're up from what it was in September. The sales to active listings ratio in September was 9%. We're now at 11% for October. Just as a reminder, a balanced market is when that ratio is between 12 to 20%. And when you hit over that 20% mark, where we were, back in the early, 2021 to 3, that's called a seller's market, where basically, lots of things that are listed are being sold in that same month. Now, I will say though, I do subscribe to a few different reports that show me statistics from, broken down quite a bit. And when you look at some certain areas that we do a lot of work in, you actually see a little bit of encouraging news in terms of sales. South Surrey attached market in September, so that's townhomes and condos, it was balanced, but it was a 15% sales ratio. So that's a little bit higher, more stuff selling in that market. Cloverdale detached market, so detached homes, that was 17%, so a little bit higher as well. And when you look at the attached market in Cloverdale, this kind of shocked me a little bit. It's in seller's market territory. It actually hit the 21%, so 1% over that balanced market. So, things are selling fairly good in Cloverdale. And Langley detached and attached were both balanced with a 16% and 17% ratios. Now, I will add, based on those numbers, what we're starting to see is it takes a while for when the market's going down for sellers to really adjust. When it's going up, no problem, things go. When things go down, it takes a little while. So sellers now that need to sell, I think, are starting to realize that they have to do what they got to do, and that's adjust your price to get in line with the market. When the market's falling, you want to make sure your price is not above that number, it's below, so that you can catch it on the way down. So we're starting to see that. So I think a lot more of those motivated sellers now are maybe starting to listen to their agents if they're recommending price adjustments. And that's the reason why we're maybe seeing some stronger numbers, especially in that Cloverdale attached market. And as a bit of an update on our team and what we've been up to, we've been fairly steady this year. This last month, we've sold 5 or 6 properties at offers on them. We're just waiting for a couple subject removals in the next couple days. So that should put us, I think, at 6 for the month of October. And a couple of those, actually, come to think of it, were homes that have been listed for a long time. Like one of them, I think, was close to 9 months. We've been slowly making adjustments and whatnot. And finally, we got a deal on that one. I think we had 5 offers on that. And then I've got another one I'm just waiting for subject removal on. It's been steady, but like I say, price is king right now. Buyers aren't in a rush. If your price is what they perceive to be overpriced, they'll wait. They'll wait for you to reduce it, or they'll go buy the guy down the street that might have his property priced more aggressively. Now, the reason you're probably still here watching until the end is because I mentioned at the beginning where our price is headed in 2026. Personally, if you ask me, without looking at statistics, just kind of gut feel as to what I've seen this year, what I'm hearing from other realtors as to the activity they're seeing, what I'm hearing from buyers, I think 2026, we're probably in a market where we're starting to maybe bounce off the bottom in terms of price declines. We're already starting to see it. I've seen a few properties maybe get a little bit more than I thought, they might be worth. I think that'll probably continue into 2026. I don't think prices are going to shoot right up, but they probably will be about level, might go up a little bit in certain markets, certain, price bands, things like that. So it's a real specific, market specific type of thing we're going to be dealing with next year, I think. So, and then, in terms of like a real report, someone that knows, lots more than I do and looks a lot more at the numbers and underlying economic conditions. The Canadian Real Estate Association just published in mid-October their report for 2026, and they've got drilling down to BC, because BC and Ontario have really led the price declines this year, but they've got sales, so number of properties selling in all of the province here, up 12.6% next year, so they're expecting a bit of a recovery there. And prices in BC, they've got forecast to increase 1.8%. How do they come up with such a specific number? I don't know, but they, like I say, if it was my gut feeling, I'd say we'll be about level. They're saying we might go up just a little bit. So that's kind of the update as to where people think prices, activity will be next year. So hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions whatsoever, Surrey, Langley, White Rock, we work that entire kind of area and a little bit beyond. Reach out to us. That's what we're here for. That's why we're doing these videos, trying to educate all of you on what's going on. So yeah, reach out to us. We'd be happy to help. Be fun to jump on a phone call and just discuss this further if that's what you want to do. Thanks again for watching. Hope you're having a great day, and we'll see you soon.